Hello, everyone, and welcome to Academic Writing for Everyone. This is your host, Mrs. Sumia Benani. Welcome. In today's lesson, Wordiness, we will focus on conciseness. In short, wordiness means using many words to mean little. Editing for conciseness makes a way to better writing. Question. Combine each sentence group into one concise sentence. Focus. Taylor brought some candy back from Europe. It wasn't shaped like American candy. The candy tasted kind of strange to him. Well, if you notice, the number of sentences here is 1 from Taylor to Europe, 2 from it to candy, and 3 from the candy to him. Well, the first technique we need to do is to try to make the number of sentences less. Can you do it? Yeah, let's try to create a class. Well, if you have a look at this choice, what I did is that I took the phrase back from Europe. I took it from its place, which was originally right after the sentence Taylor brought some candy back from Europe. So I took this phrase and I put it at the beginning of the sentence. Now, if you focus, what's the function of this phrase? Yes, it is an adverb. So we start by an adverb phrase. Back from Europe, comma, Taylor brought some candy. Now, as I said, we try to create a clause, in this case a relative clause, which tasted strange to him. And I carry on. And I say, which kind of candy? So the kind of candy is the one that tasted strange to him. One. Or why? We ask the question why, as it wasn't shaped like the American candy or the American one. Therefore, the whole choice will be back from Europe. Taylor brought some candy which tasted strange to him as it wasn't shaped like the American one. In this case, we created just one sentence which is made out of one phrase and two clauses. In choice 2, I try to clarify that the position of the clause may vary, especially if the meaning accepts this. All right, let's take a look. Back from Europe, Taylor brought some candy which wasn't shaped like the American one and which tasted strange to him. You see, here I change the position of the second clause and it's totally fine. In the third choice, I try to place the phrase within the sentence itself, saying that Taylor brought, comma, back from Europe, comma, some candy. But I'm not really concerned with the clause this time, but rather with the noun, with the sorry, it's not a noun, but with an adjective. Yeah, instead of an adjective clause, I'll try to change it into just an adjective word, or in this case, yeah, it's a word. Strange tasting, instead of which tasted strange to him. Therefore, the sentence would be like, Taylor brought back from Europe some strange tasting candy, which wasn't shaped like the American one. To summarize, we can say that to make our writing more concise, we have to write less sentences, and we have to change, of course, the sentence into a clause, and the clause into a phrase, and the phrase, why not, into a word, which is totally fine. Exercise. The first sentence, of course, with the same question, which is to combine the sentences in a group. Well, the first sentence, their car is gassed up. It's really for the long drive. The drive will take all night. Again, how many sentences have we got? 3. Can you try to make it? Try to do it. Write it before you click the next recording. All right, have you decided which sentence you would turn into a clause? The first one, good choice. In this case, you would say, their car, comma, which is gassed up, comma, is ready for the long drive. What a drive, which will take all night. Well, can you think of another way? Yes, we could say their car is gassed up and ready for what? For all-night drive. Yes, their car is gassed up and ready for all-night drive. You could say, how's that? Simply, we try to create an adjective by saying all-night. This is on the one hand. On the second hand, we try to raise long because it's already included in the idea of all night. Okay, then we try to combine all of them into one sentence. Could you do the second? Second sentence. Sometimes Stan went running with Blanche. She was a good athlete. She was on the track team at school. Well, what could we do in this case? Obviously, we have to provide some information about Blanche. Therefore, we could say sometimes, comma, Stan went running with Blanche, comma, a good athlete, on the track team at school. Good. In this case, what did we do? We tried to make the second sentence, we tried to make of it just one adjective, which is a good athlete, adjective clause. What else? Then we took the information which is in the last sentence. The whole sentence again is, sometimes, comma, Stan went running with Blanche, comma, a good athlete on the track team at school. Come on, try to make the third and the last sentence. The last sentence, government leaders like to mention the creation of new jobs. They claim that these new jobs indicate strong economy. They don't mention that low-wage jobs without benefits and security have replaced many good jobs. So it's a quite long example. Can you try to do it? Take some time before clicking on the next audio. So we keep the first sentence. Government leaders like to mention the creation of new jobs. Then they claim. So are we talking about government leaders or new jobs? Yes, leaders. Therefore, we could say government leaders like to mention the creation of new jobs, claiming that these new jobs indicate strong economy. Claiming that these jobs indicate a new economy or a strong economy. But what about they don't mention? So they do it on purpose. So they ignore. Aha. Can you try to do it before clicking the next audio? The next sentence would be government leaders like to mention the creation of new jobs, comma, claiming that these jobs indicate strong economy, comma, but ignoring the fact that low-wage jobs without benefits and security have replaced many good jobs. Well, you might think that this is hard, but try to read Thomas Edison's quote. Our greatest weakness lies in giving up. The most certain way to succeed is always to try just one more time. And by the way, Thomas Edison tried 1,000 times before succeeding in inventing the electric lamp. Meet your host or your teacher. This is Sumia Benani, an assistant teacher at university.